Britain's pursuit of a new deal for fisheries could decimate the industry in the event of a no-deal Brexit, an expert has claimed, with both sides refusing to move past their red lines. Alex de Ruyter, professor at Birmingham University and director of the Centre of Brexit Studies, insisted a no-deal Brexit was now the most likely due to both sides being entrenched in their views. He told, "I think that no-deal Brexit is the most likely outcome. Both sides remain entrenched in their views, with the UK government sticking to its guns on fishing and not wanting to abide by EU regulatory thresholds. I don't think the UK has any real leverage on fisheries. About 70% of the UK catch is exported to other EU countries, so failure to give ground here could result on heavy tariffs being applied to UK fish exports to the EU. So unless the UK public discover a vastly increased appetite for salmon and langoustines, the sector could be decimated by no-deal fallout." The issue of fishing has been one of the major points of contention throughout negotiations. Under the Commons Fisheries Policy, CFP, all member states are given access to EU waters. Each coastal state has the right to manage natural resources in its exclusive economic zone, but under the CFP, the fishing area of all EU states is considered one zone. With the UK having a large coastal area, some critics have called it unfair and overly centralised. Speaking to Parliament magazine, the UK chief negotiator, David Frost, stated the EU continues to misunderstand Britain's pursuit to become an independent coastal nation. He said, "The EU continues to insist on fisheries arrangements and access to UK fishing waters in a way that is incompatible with our future status as an independent coastal state. We are fully committed to agreeing fishing provisions in line with the political declaration, but we cannot agree arrangements that are manifestly imbalanced and against the interests of the UK fishing industry." Throughout the talks, Mr. Frost has stated the overall meaning of Brexit was to secure the UK sovereignty outside of the bloc, something Mr. Frost claims the EU's failed to understand. In response, Mr. Barnier indicated he may be willing to come to a compromise on the issue in order to agree a wider agreement. He said, "On fisheries we have very strong positions on both sides. The EU wants the status quo, the UK wants to change everything. If we want an agreement we have to discuss somewhere between those two issues. We're prepared to discuss what needs to be discussed." Boris Johnson will meet with the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen later this month. However, it is expected the two will only agree to expedite talks rather than come to any substantial progression on negotiations. Ahead of those talks, Mr. Barnier has warned London should lose its place as a financial hub. He also claimed tunnel talks negotiations away from the media will not be carried out until at least the autumn. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe our channel to receive the latest news.